Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I have a video for you guys that I've wanted to make for a while now, and that's how to protect the puck. Puck protection plays a big role in the higher divisions of HUT and EASHL, so it's good to practice, especially if you're a newer player. However, I feel as though everyone could always benefit from sharpening their puck protection skills. Before I hop into it, I want to say that with the recent NHL21 news that we got, I'm preparing to release more content when we finally get to start playing the game. I want to start making NHL21 content as soon as I can, and you'll get my usual tips videos plus more. So go ahead and hit that sub button to know when those go live. Anyways, puck protection is quite possibly the most vital skill to have in online play. We've all run into that guy that we wonder how they still have it and are able to hang on to the puck so easily. Before I give you the tips to use on the ice, let's take a look at some settings and your player build. The only setting you need to change is making sure that you have auto backskate set to off. Having auto backskate turned on can make your player do weird moves with the puck and is also bad for defense. Moving on to your build, this is where a lot of puck control comes from. Having a high height and weight influences your puck control the best, while your puck control and strength attributes come secondary. Now, to be truthful, you can have great puck protection with any build. For instance, I've seen 5'7" snipers with great control, so don't think that all the work is done when you create your build. That being said, I want to give you 3 builds that I think help tremendously with control. First on offense, I really like a 6 foot, 186 pound playmaker with quick first step, quick wrister, and marathon man. This build is great for threes because it gives you a good shot with great passing, great puck control, and is big enough to not be pushed around. The only downside this build brings is its subpar skating, but even with this build, it's not really a factor. The second build that I like for offense in sixes is a 6'2", 214 pound power forward with offensive minded, core balance, and marathon man. I've been playing around with this build a lot to see what the sweet spot is, so feel free to mess around with it yourself, but I like this build for a number of reasons. I like that it's got great size and weight to push around opposing forwards in sixes, but I also love the offensive capabilities with this build. The shooting is pretty bad, but the puck control is off the charts, and it's quite impossible to get knocked off the puck. Skating is pretty good for sixes, and you could use it for threes. However, I think playing threes, it's worth it to sacrifice size for speed. Lastly, a defensive build that works in sixes and threes is a 6'1", 201 pound two-way defenseman with defensive minded, good stick, and back skating. The shooting on this build is pretty brutal with the accuracy in the 70s, but the passing and puck control is very good with this build while having good skating to stay in the play. Not much else to say about this build other than it's very good at playmaking. Moving on to how to actually protect the puck in game. There are 3 main ways I found to protect the puck, which are the two-handed protect, the one-handed protect, and L2ing. I'll go over how to perform each of them and when to use them, as well as what they are the best at doing. Firstly, the two-handed protect. You perform this move by literally just moving your right stick to either your forehand or backhand and gliding. This is the most common method you'll see in high-level play, as it's great for maintaining speed while also keeping options open for a pass or a shot. I like using this when I'm being hounded by an opponent or entering the zone. Usually the counter to this is to throw a hit on the puck carrier. All you have to do to get around this is match your opponent's speed and move with the hit. What I mean by this is that when you feel like you're about to get hit, start gliding away from the hit. It will take away almost all of their hit momentum, and the worst that could happen is you stumble a little bit. Now, I will warn you that this move is quite annoying, and it is seen as sort of cheap by the community because you can just keep doing this infinitely until 2 players attack you. Next up is the most underrated move on this list, and that's the one-handed protect. You can perform this by holding X on PlayStation or A on Xbox, and moving to either the right or left with your left stick. You can change which side you hold the puck on, but it's kinda tough to explain how it works, so I recommend you go into free skate and mess around with it there to get a good feel. This move is underrated because you can actually keep making strides while performing this move by taking a wider angle while gliding. This move is amazing when cutting in towards the net because it's very hard to get hit while gliding while protecting it. I also like it when you don't have much room to work with because sometimes the collision physics help you out a bit, and you can actually have your stick and puck go through people's legs. The downside of this, however, is that it's very easy to counter. Since the puck is being held way out to the side with one hand, all your opponents need to do is get a stick lift or a decent poke check to take it from you. Lastly, we have a very controversial way to protect the puck, and that's L2ing. The reason it's controversial is because it's impossible to take the puck without taking a penalty since the puck carrier is back skating towards you. So I can't advise you guys whether or not to do it, but just know that if you do it too much, you're bound to have a bad reputation. But after all, this is a puck protection guide, and this is probably the most overpowered puck protection method. The way you perform this is to hold down L2 on PlayStation or LT on Xbox to start backskating. Make sure not to press it, because just pressing it will make you do a spin move. Now, when you're backskating, you can use your directional analog stick to turn your back to your opponent. This is another thing that I can't exactly teach you the specifics of, because it's going to feel different for everyone, so go into practice mode and mess around with it until you can get it down consistently. Something that I love doing with this is also moving my right stick back and forth to the stick handle. Something about it throws off defenders that I can't really explain. There's also a wiggle move that you can do with this, where your player wiggles from side to side while backskating so that your opponent doesn't know which direction you're going. All you have to do is release your L2 or LT and move your left stick from left to right rapidly. This is very hard to learn, so to get it down consistently, I recommend again doing practice mode and just trying it out until you can get it down at full speed. So the best way to counter an L2er is either hitting them, or the better way is to back up with them to not allow them to beat you with the move. You're only going to get burned by this if you let it, so play a little more passive and make sure the passing lanes are covered. And under no circumstances, poke the puck. Seriously, never try to get a poke, it will be a penalty 100% of the time. Now, in general, I find that sometimes puck protection is as simple as using your body to shield the puck and bouncing off of your opponent. While it's usually a hit or miss decision, it can work pretty well for you if you're looking to set up plays. Sometimes just doing small circles with your player is enough to bounce off hits. Obviously, with puck protection, you don't want to be trying anything fancy when you're being hounded by, say, 3 guys, so just keep your head up and always be looking for a play to make. Other than that, I've covered almost everything you need to know about puck protection to start climbing the online ladders. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe while you're at it. See you all in the next one. Peace.